All right, let's talk about a feeling we all know, the sense that there just aren't enough hours in the day. We're going to dive into how you can take back control of your schedule, get all your stuff done, and, believe it or not, still have time for the fun stuff.
So let's just dive right in. It all kicks off with a feeling I bet you know, like really well.
Yeah, that feeling, like you're being pulled in 100 different directions at once. You're juggling school, homework, studying, your friends. Let's just break down what that daily grind actually looks like.
First up, you've got your classes, right? That takes up a huge chunk of your day right off the bat. And then you finally get home, and what's waiting for you? Yep, a nice big pile of homework. And kind of hanging over everything are those big tests, those big projects, you have to be studying for. On top of all that, you actually want to have a life. Make time for the people who matter, like your friends and family.
And let's be honest, you also just want to chill and beat that new level in your favorite game. It's a lot. No wonder it feels so overwhelming sometimes.
But hey, what if I told you there's a way to actually fit all of this stuff in and without all the stress? It's not magic. It's all about developing a skill that honestly can feel like a genuine superpower. Okay, so this whole idea boils down to a concept with a pretty fancy name: scheduling self-efficacy. I know, it sounds super academic, but stick with me. It's not about creating some boring, rigid schedule you have to follow perfectly. It's just about building the confidence that you are in control of your time, not the other way around. And here's where it gets good. This is the payoff, right? When you start feeling like you're in the driver's seat, you can actually study without that last-minute panic, which, guess what, leads to better grades. You can enjoy your free time without that nagging voice in your head telling you that you should be doing something else. The result? Way less stress and way more fun.
All right, so before we get into the nitty-gritty, like making lists and setting timers, we've got to start with the most important tool you have for all of this, and that's your mindset.
And this right here is the absolute key. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is just born a time management wizard. Seriously, think about it. Just like getting good at a sport or a video game, it's a skill. It's something you get better at simply by practicing and figuring out what works for you. Exactly. The goal isn't to have the perfect color-coded schedule from day one. It's just about getting a little bit better, a little more organized each and every day. That's it. Okay, ready to get practical? Let's break down a simple 3-part action plan you can literally start using today. It's super simple. It all comes down to 3 ideas. First, make a plan. Second, focus. And third, be ready to adapt. Let's walk through each one. Okay, so the secret to a really good plan, it sounds kind of weird, but you got to think backward. Instead of starting with the first thing you have to do, you start with your final goal and you work your way back from there. For instance, let's take something like a normal morning routine. So check this out. If your goal is to be out the door by 8 a.m., you work backward from there. Getting dressed takes about 10 minutes, so you need to start that by 7:35. Okay, before that, breakfast takes 15 minutes, so that needs to start at 7:20, which means you have to wake up by 7:15. See? All of a sudden, the crazy morning rush is just gone. Now let's talk about part 2 of the plan, avoiding distractions. A truly focused half hour is so much more powerful than a distracted one. Just look at the difference. On the left, you get the thing done, you feel awesome, and you've just earned more time for fun. On the right, you're stressed, the task is still hanging over your head, and you have less time for yourself. So how do you do it? Here are some ridiculously simple tricks. Set a timer. Just 30 minutes of pure focus. That's it. The easiest and most effective one? Put your phone in another room. Out of sight, out of mind. These tiny little things help you finish way faster, which means you get to the good stuff sooner. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important part of the plan. You've got to be flexible, because look, life happens, right? Your friend calls with a last-minute invite, or a teacher dumps a surprise assignment on you. A good plan isn't supposed to be rigid, it's supposed to bend. The key is to just adjust your plan and try again tomorrow without beating yourself up about it. Okay, this last part. Honestly, this might be the most crucial piece of the whole puzzle. This is the secret sauce that makes it all stick. You have to celebrate the wins. Your brain is literally wired for rewards. So when you finish a task you plan to do, and then you give yourself a little celebration, you're training your brain. You're teaching it that focus and planning lead to good things. It makes you want to do it again next time. And hey, the reward doesn't have to be anything huge. It could be as simple as watching an episode of your favorite show, having a snack you love, or, and this is the best one, playing that video game completely guilt-free because you know you earned it.
The real trick is to build these rewards right into your plan.
So I'll leave you with this question. What's one small win you're going to aim for today? Just one thing. Think about it, and more importantly, think about how you're going to reward yourself when you crush it. Start small, celebrate that win, and just build from there. You can totally do this.